31 minutes, 6 love, a solitary ace.
Welcome back. We're delighted to say that here on
Burrage
Club
managing only
Live,
8
we've
points.
now got our pictures back from Guangzhou, and we're here to bring you the second set of the final set, the deciding set, between Magdia Linette, the #1 seed from Poland, and Jody Burrage. It has been a topsy-turvy match, that much we can definitely say. Burrage won the first set, a set of 2 breaks apiece, 7-6 in the tiebreak, looking pretty dominant in that tiebreak, winning it 7 games to 3. But subsequently, she has lost the next 7 games. Linette won the second set 6 games to love and has broken Burrage early here in the third and deciding set. So she's about to serve Linette 1-love up in the deciding set against Burrage. At the moment, the body language of the Brit is not particularly pretty, and Linette, you suspect, is looking to book her place into the second round here in Guangzhou, and she has just won the opening point of the second game of the final set. 15-love, she leads Linette the pole. She goes down the line now, comes into the net, puts away the forehand, and this is extremely one-way traffic at the moment. 30-love, 1-love, 1 set all. As we mentioned, for those who joined us earlier, Linette has a winning record this year in deciding sets. 12 wins, 8 defeats, 12 out of 20, which for those of you who are mathematically inclined, I'm sure you'll be able to turn 60% winning record in deciding sets. And now at 30-love, she's in a good position to double her game advantage in this deciding set. Forehand now from Linette, cross court, backhand from Burrage. Both players have largely stayed towards the baseline. Then Linette, backhand, cross court winner, 40-love, and one suspects there may not be a huge amount of time left in this game, in this match, my apologies. 40-love, Linette, #1 seed, trying to demonstrate that she is worthy of the #1 seed in this WTA 250 event. Linette, who career-wise has been in, has won 7 titles, the most recently in the hard court in New York in 2019, defeating Camille Giorgi in the event that was held in the Bronx in August 2019. She was there as a qualifier. She beat Camille Giorgi. That was one career success, and also a career success here in China in Ningbo in 2014 when she beat Qiang Wang in the final. And now at 2 love up. She also won early this year, in fact, in Hua Hin. So actually she's won a couple of, 2020 she won in Hua Hin. Anyway, back we go, and Jody Burrage now is 2-love down in this deciding set, serving from the near side. 15-love, she has won the opening point of this game, which will give her a little bit of encouragement. The Brit. Forehand from Bennett. Now it's a backhand from that cross court. That goes long, and it's 30-love to Burrage. Opportunity here to take her first game since she won the tie-break at the end of the first set. She was bageled 6-love. She lost the opening 2 games, so 8 games in a row lost for Burrage. She hasn't got her first serve in. Indeed, that's been something that she struggled with throughout the game. 68% first serve percentage for the Brit. She serves again now. She then plays a forehand cross-court, which is right on the baseline, and forces Linette into a forehand cross-court error. And Burrage has 40-love and an opportunity to win her first game in what to her will feel like quite a long time. And I suspect she will be very much aware that she is only 1 break down, and if she is able to win this game, which she should 40-love up, she has the opportunity to put some more pressure on Linette in her next service game. She serves now Burrage down the centre of the court. Forehand from Burrage cross court. That looked long, and it was long. 40-15. Linette, pumped fist. She's got a turquoise, I would say, dress. Burrage very much a blue dress. I would say that's a standard blue for Burrage. Heavy strapping on both ankles. White wristband on both wrists. Burrage serves down the middle, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is an ace from Burrage. She takes a game. Linette 2 games to 1 up with a break here in the deciding set. 12 minutes played in this set, and Burrage will sit down, towel herself off, get a drink, an icy drink, or no, an ice towel from the chest beside her, and try and focus to see what she needs to do to be able to pull out a break and then a solid performance against the 31-year-old Linette from Poland, ranked number 27, number 1 seed here, Linette. A small spattering of people enjoying a Monday evening tennis, or Monday night, I think it's fair to say tennis now, 9 p.m, just after 9 p.m. in Guangzhou in China. 40 matches played this year. Linette, just looking at her season stats, she wins 68% of her service games, 32% of her return games. The whole per tennis abstract, she has a 9.2% chance of winning the tournament. The favourite is Anna Kalinskaya, the Russian. She'll be in action tomorrow against Lin Zhu, the number 2 seed, world number 35 from China. Kalinskaya, world number 51, 92 at the moment, born in 1998, so she's 25 years of age and coming in from making the quarterfinals in Osaka, winning a match in the US Open, the Russian Kalinska. Here we go, Linette serving, 1-2. Backhand from Burrage goes cross-court. Backhand slice from Linette. Forehand from Burrage down the line. And Linette, don't know if she slipped on the court at the back of the court. It's been a little bit slippery at times. At the end of the, actually at the very beginning of the second set was the very long delay that may well have discombobulated Burrage a little bit. The umpire was down there really drying the court, presumably from the perspiration or a little bit of humidity in the night air in Guangzhou. And it's possibly that long break may have just impacted Burrage. He's been impacted here. Ball boy was not being as still as she was hoping the ball boy would be. So Linette now serves. And Burrage, a very weak forehand return into the net, and love 15 becomes very quickly 15 all. Linette waiting for a ball, receives one from a ball boy, takes a look at it, gets another from a ball boy clad in a rather resplendent orange. 15 all, 2-1 with a break. Linette, the number 1 seed, serves now down the middle. Return from Burrage, but Linette will come mid-court, drive a forehand down the line, and that will turn out to be a winner because Burrage cannot get the return back. And love 15 very quickly becomes 30-15 in favour of the POL, the number 1 seed, 2-1. You're listening to Sport Club Live sports commentary. Today we're in Guangzhou in southern China, enjoying some WTA tennis action here in the first round. And Linette, the number 1 seed, up against Judy Burrage from Great Britain. And Linette now is 40-15, 2-1 in the deciding set. She pauses, Linette. She's a relatively quick mover around the court, doesn't take too much time between her serves. She serves a good first serve in. Now she has a forehand cross court, that's in the net, and it's 40-15, and a little bit more focus perhaps from Burrage in this set. She's been able to get a few more serves in, get a few more points won, and now 40-30. Linette. White trains, giving a slightly bizarre close-up from the TV shot at the moment. Now she plays a forehand cross-court. The POL backhand from Burrage goes to the left backhand. That's long. And we are at deuce. We haven't had a huge number of deuces in this match. We had a couple in the first set on the Burrage serve when she held, and a couple on the Burrage serve when she lost. Now we have the first deuce of the match on the Linette serve. She serves down the middle. That's a good serve. And that will be a winner because Burrage cannot do anything with that. Linette moves to advantage, 1 point away from doubling her lead in this deciding set to 3-1. She's 2-1 up. Lost the first set 7-6. The number 1 seed won the second in a bagel. And now a point for a 3-1 lead. She serves good first serve in forehand from the net cross court. Backhand from Burrage. She comes into that. She has not been into the net very often. Now Burrage plays a drop shot from mid-court. Excellent shot by the Brit. And we, I think it is fair to say, have a competition on again. We're back to deuce. And Burrage playing much better in this deciding set than she was in the second set. A little bit more confidence from the World 91 from Great Britain. Punching her fist there, Burrage. So we are at deuce. Linette serves, and that is wide and possibly also long. Burrage cleans the sweat from her brow, from her black hair that's tied in a ponytail behind her back. Linette now serves forehand from Burrage. That's a good return though. Linette is forced into an error. And Burrage has generated a break point to break back and level things at 2 games all. Burrage in the match has generated 5 break points. She's taken 2 of them, all of which are in the first set. Opportunity here. Break point down. Linette serves. Good first serve. Now she hits a forehand cross-court. Forehand from Burrage goes cross-court, and that's wide. And she swings her racket. A little bit of frustration. Burrage, one break point. Saved by Linette. She's now won just 2 of 6, or a third of the break points that she has faced now. Burrage, so Linette, deuce, 2-1 from the far end, deciding set, serves down the middle, good looking serve. Burrage's backhand is long over the baseline, and Linette now from break point down has an opportunity to take the game, go 3-1 up. Linette serving from the far end. To the ad court, serves forehand, return by Burrage. Backhand from Linette goes to Burrage, forehand, cross court, forehand from Linette again to the Burrage, forehand down the line, backhand slice from Linette. Burrage goes into the mid court, hits a forehand down the line. That's a winner. We're back at deuce, and this is, I suspect, the longest game of the match thus far. The Sport Club live here from Guangzhou. It's WTA 250. First round action, and Linette not particularly happy there, shouting out something to her coaching staff, maybe interacting with the chair umpire, who's had it relatively busy this evening, having to clear something from the court, having had Burrage a little bit of a short medical issue with some strapping on both ankles, and now a little bit of a pause as Linette towels herself down. Serve clock now begins, and we're at deuce, 2-1, deciding set. Linette, blue dress, blue sun visor. Serves to the deuce court. That serve is in. Forehand from Linette goes cross court. Forehand from Burrage to the Linette forehand, which is down the line. Backhand now from Burrage, centre of the court. Forehand from Linette, forehand from Burrage again. Both players behind the baseline. Burrage moving quite nicely. Backhand from her is good angle, stretching Linette. Now she then plays a backhand cross court into the net. Disappointment from Burrage, who drops her racket, and a little bit of frustration in a rally where she had the potential to dominate it. Drops her racket disappointed Linette's coach is up there giving some support to the 32-year-old POL. Advantage Linette 2-1. Deep breath from the POL. Deep breath again. She's taking her time. She is definitely taking her time here. Not sure if it's Burrage at the other end, and in fact it is. It's the umpire is telling Burrage to make sure that she is ready when Linette is ready to serve. Burrage conversing with the umpire, perhaps talking about how she feels that the back of the court there is not particularly dry, maybe. She's holding up her hand as literally sweat drips off her onto the court. She's arguing, you'd have to say, with the chair umpire at the moment. I'm not sure this will be doing her a great deal of good. The discussion continues. The umpire has a rather sympathetic face, but I'm not sure it's going to do Burrage a huge amount of good here. 2-1 down, a breakdown in this deciding set, facing game point for Linette to go 3 games to 1 up, having had a break point, her first break point since the first set earlier in this game, not being able to convert it, and now she still is conversing with the umpire. Linette at the other end is there getting ready to serve, and now I think hopefully we will continue. Linette now serving after a rather long argumentative delay. That is a good serve by Linette right into the corner of the service box. Burrage plays a forehand cross court which is on the line, and then Linette, perhaps shocked by how accurate the shot was from Burrage, pushes her forehand wide. Burrage is muttering to herself still. Something has happened 2 times that's pissed her off, but nevertheless she's ready to receive now, and a deuce in what is unquestionably the longest game of the match so far. Big game this one. Linette serves, gets her first serve in. No, she doesn't. Apologies. I thought she got that first serve in. Her first serve percentage in this set is 79%, Linette, but she didn't. In the match, 79%. She didn't get that one in. She did get this one in. It was a second serve ace. Third ace from the match of the match from Linette. And she now has a point to again double her lead, take a 3-1 lead here in the deciding set, up against Jodie Burrage from Great Britain, who's had a topsy-turvy, I think it's fair to say, match now. Game point down. That first serve from Linette is in. Forehand from Linette again. Burrage plays a backhand. Linette forehand cross court to the Burrage stretch forehand. Linette comes in, plays a drive volley into the net now. Burrage will up the lob and that will land out. And after a topsy-turvy match, or topsy-turvy game, Linette holds serve. She leads 3 games to 1 in the deciding set, and one suspects takes a pretty major step into the second round here in Guangzhou. Burrage had a break point in that game. It was her first of the set, her first since the first set, which she won 7 games to 6 on tiebreak before being bailed in the second. And now with the serve clock ticking down, Burrage begins to serve a breakdown 1-3 in this deciding set. An all blue Adidas top for Burrage, rather bright blue. She serves into the net, and as I mentioned earlier, her first serve percentage has not been fantastic in the match, hovering around at 66%, 68% now. Then a backhand out of Burrage, look at that, is a 2 big swipes with her racket on the ground, demonstrating her displeasure. Love 15 down, 1-3. Big point now here for Burrage. You feel that she needs to hold on to her serve in this game if we're to have any kind of a match here in the third set. She'd well in the previous Linette service game generated a break point, but her frustration an altercation with the umpire really put her down, and now she is love 30 down. 1-3 down, love 30. And again, the umpire is interjecting with Burrage, and I think she is telling her that she really needs to hurry up her game. You're listening to the Sports Zone live in Guangzhou. Burrage versus Linette. The umpire's actually come down to take a look at the baseline upon which Burrage is, and where Burrage has been hurry up her game, wondering what the situation is. She went down there, had a look at the baseline. The umpire is really rather heavily involved in this game now, and Jodie Burrage in such a way, I really suspect that she should not be engaging the umpire in quite such detailed discussions. One of the line judges is there with a towel trying to clear any moisture off the court. It's a humid evening in Guangzhou, probably 27, 28 degrees now, but with humidity in the sky, no rain. But Burrage has some considerable concerns with her footing. She's got both ankles strapped, and that may well be part of her concern over her movement, but the umpire really is now reading her a little bit of the riot act and saying that she needs to get on with the game. And frankly, I suspect this represents a little bit of the inexperience of Jodie Ann Burrage, the British the British player, is 24 years of age and high world ranking at the moment of 85, but she needs to just calm herself down, focus on the match, and see if she can compete here with Magda Linette. And at the moment, unfortunately, she isn't, because Linette hit a forehand cross-court winner. It's love 40, Linette 3 points to go. 4-1 up, apologies, in this deciding set. And Burrage hits a very big first serve that was far too big, called wide by a rather smartly dressed line judge. Blue shirt, brown trousers. We're into the rally again on the Burrage second serve. Back out from Burrage, back out from Linette, back out from Burrage, cross court. She's hitting the ball rather powerfully, Burrage, and she forces Linette into a forehand error into the net. And it is 15-40. When she's got her second serve in, she's only won 38% of the points, Burrage, compared to 73% from Linette, who has served pretty impressively throughout the match, versus a couple of points when she was broken twice in the opening set by Burrage. Burrage, big first serve, but unfortunately on that occasion it was too big. Long, 15-40. One break point saved. Here's another on a second serve, and as we said, she has not won particularly very many of her second serves in this match. Burrage, backhand from Linette, goes cross court. Burrage plays a forehand cross court. Forehand from Linette goes to Burrage. Forehand cross court. Forehand again from Linette. Trading forehands behind the baseline. Linette, though, hitting the ball a little bit more powerfully, a little bit more accurately, you feel, in this rally. Backhand from Burrage. That's a good shot, though. She comes into the net. Burrage, that opportunity to pass it down the line. Burrage's volley, and it's a winner. And it receives a punched fist and a cry of hooray from the Brit from London as she saves her sixth break point. She's faced 12, she's saved 6 of them. One more to save to get us back to juice. 1-3. That was a good rally by Burrage. And you feel if she wasn't so busy arguing with the umpire, she'd have had a decent chance to take this set to Linette. Instead, she's down a break and a break point. Big point, 30-40. Burrage has both ankles strapped, perhaps, and now again is arguing with the umpire, relating to how long she's taking to hit the serve and her concern over perhaps the stickiness or otherwise of the court. Again, the umpire is having a long conversation with Jodie Burrage, and Burrage is arguing back when really, frankly, she should be a little bit focused. It's been a good season for Burrage. Won her first Grand Slam matches this year, reaching the second round in Wimbledon, reaching the second round last month in the US Open. And again, and I think she's been given a warning here, Burrage, because again, she still hasn't served. She hit away that ball. She was planning to serve with a little bit of frustration. And the umpire has the look of somebody who's scolding a rather reticent child. Backhand from Burrage again. Backhand from Linette. Backhand from Burrage down the line. That is out. Burrage does not look happy. Linette punches her fist and at 4-1 up in this deciding set. You suspect that Linette will march through to the next round now. 4-1 up. We played half an hour of this set. We played as long in this second set, third set already as we played in the second, which Linette won 6-love. She's asked for new shoes, or she hasn't asked for new shoes. A ball kid came to Linette with a pair of rather smart looking white shoes. She sent them away. Someone is now enjoying a drink from her bottle. 4-1 up, and you suspect this will be the end of the tournament for young Jodie Burrage, who's done okay here, coming in, of course, after the US Open, where she won that fantastic opening match against Anna Blinkova, the world number 38 from Russia, winning 6-3, 6-4. The umpire is now also on her walkie-talkie, perhaps giving some kind of request to please rid me of this petulant tennis player. We're expecting, as it's 28, 29 degrees, it's humid, a little bit of cloud in Guangzhou. It's also hot, and I suspect that heat, that humidity may well be what's causing Burrage to be a little bad-tempered, to just be a little not as focused as she would be, which is a disappointment. Now we're having somebody coming out onto the court. Whether it's a trainer to see one of the two athletes, we'll wait and see. He's up to the court, going to be speaking to the chair umpire, Chinese, rather elderly, distinguished-looking Chinese gentleman in a diamond check shirt, having a word with the umpire, perhaps regarding the slipperiness of the court. Tomorrow, action continues here in Guangzhou. The evening match should be an absolutely cracking one. Kalinskaya from Russia, who certainly tennis abstracts predictive model suggests is a favourite to win the World 92 from Russia. She opens the match against Lin Zhu, the world number 35 and second seed opposite side of the draw to this match. They'll end proceedings, tomorrow evening here on court number 1, which could be centre court, which could be a very good match. Now our match official is having a word with Jodie Burrage, who's standing mid-court with her towel around her. She's definitely complaining with quite a lot of passion about something related to the playing conditions. But unfortunately, this isn't really going to either endear her with the crowd, endear her with her opponent or the umpire, or perhaps more relevantly and more practically, allow her to be in a position to take this deciding set. She's pointing up at the crowd. Burrage, the TV cameraman, perhaps rather rudely, now stands right between them to get that killer shot of young British woman arguing with old Chinese man. Linette at the other end, at the other end of the court, is just bouncing the ball, looking a little bit frustrated. And I suspect, as I said, Burrage not winning herself a huge number of friends here. She did, as we said, have a positive head-to-head with Linette, having beaten her in Nottingham earlier this year, but now struggling a little bit to get her points across, struggling a little bit, frankly, to play tennis. Let's talk a little bit about the match tomorrow. Lin Zhu, world number 35, 29-year-old, coming in here after reaching the final in Osaka, where she lost to Ashton Kruger. A little bit of an upset there, the world number 123, the young American, defeating Linzhou 6-3, 7-6 in that final, having also won a couple of matches, including victories over Victoria Azarenka in the US Open. Linzhou, that's tomorrow night. Linzhou versus Kalinskaya, the Russian. Here, though, we do finally have some tennis again. Burrage, perhaps, hopefully, has got the complaining out of her system. Linette will be about to serve at 4-1. And you suspect the next time they sit down could be after the call of game, set, and match. Burrage ready to receive. Linette serving from in front of us. On this outdoor hard court, she serves that serve. It's in. No, it's not. It's long slightly. Called long slightly, so a second serve from Linette. And in this match, she's won almost 2/3, almost 3/4 of the points she's played on second serve, Linette, which is pretty remarkable. She now plays a forehand cross court, forehand from Burrage, backhand slice from Linette, which is low over the net. It's a drop shot. It's a winner. That second serve points won statistic will move up even more impressively for the POL. He leads 15-love 4-1. Apologies as I just help myself to a glass of water here in the Sports Zone Live studio in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, where here it's 8:30 in the evening, which means it's 9:30 in southern China. Linette serves. China, one of those fascinating countries of only one time zone, which I think tells you quite a lot about the psychology of the country and its sort of perception of statehood and nationhood. 15-all. Burrage having won that point on the Linette serve. Linette, a lighter blue, moving on perhaps to turquoise dress for the 32-year-old Pole. She serves now, backhand from Burrage, backhand from Linette, backhand from Burrage again, forehand from Linette, down the line goes to Burrage's backhand. Good to actually finally have some tennis after the arguing. Forehand from Burrage there is into the net, and it is 30-15. First round action from the Guangzhou WTA T50 tennis tournament here on the Sports Zone live sports streaming audio commentary from all around the world. This is our first day of attempting this, so please bear with us with any inconsistencies, inaccuracies, stumblings, hesitation, deviation or repetition. Backhand from Linette, that's wide. 30-all. 4-1 Linette. You suspect you suspect going all the way through here to the second round. 4-1, 30-all. Linette serves. Forehand from Burrage. Good looking return. Backhand from Linette. Backhand from Burrage again. Linette plays a backhand from the mid-court. She retreats back to the baseline. Doesn't need to hit the shot again because Burrage hits a forehand into the net and is down on her haunches, disappointed with herself. And I suspect when she reflects on this match, she will be disappointed. Taking the first set against the number one seed in a super competitive hour-long first set and subsequently winning just one game in 11. 10 of the last 11 games, going to the POL, and now has a point to make it 12 of the past 11 of the past 12, which she does. Linette now 5-1 up, and in the process one strongly suspects of getting this victory. She now goes to her chair, which is a rather fetching green bench, drinks some cold liquid, takes a new racket from her remarkably large racket bag, towels herself down, and prepares to receive Burrage's serve. Up 5-1 here in the deciding set of this first round match in the WTA 250 tournament from Guangzhou. Burrage to serve. She does so. Good serve. But then Linette's return is right on the line. No. Linette's return was out. I thought it was a good serve. I thought Linette got a fantastic return. She didn't. In fact, it went a little bit long. So 15-love. Burrage serving. Serve. That was long. Burrage's first serve percentage in this set, just 50%. She serves again. This first serve is in backhand from Linette. That was wide, 30-love. So Burrage at least keeping up her end of the bargain here, seeing if she can win what will just be her second game across the last two sets. 30-love, 1-5 deciding set, first round in Guangzhou. Burrage now hits a forehand winner. Well done. Coming up to the net. Linette's return didn't really have much juice on it. Burrage smashing the forehand cross-court winner and is up 40-love. 2 hours and 12 minutes played in front of a sparse crowd, I think you could say, in the centre court in Guangzhou. 40-love. Burrage. 1-5 deciding set. Serves. Backhand from Linette. Backhand again from Linette. Go to the Burrage forehand. That's down the centre of the court. Forehand cross court from Linette. Backhand from Burrage. That's long. Linette takes her first point in this game. 40-15. You're listening to the Sports Zone Live. Our live audio coverage. The first day we ever tried anything like that, would you believe? We're sitting in our studio / desk in Phnom Penh in Cambodia and enjoying this WTA action from China. 40-15. Burrage. 1-5. Serves. That was right on the service line. Forehand from Linette. Forehand from Burrage again. Forehand from Linette. Goes to the Burrage forehand. She steps back behind the baseline to hit the shot. Burrage. She goes again cross court. Backhand from Linette. Backhand from Burrage again to the Linette backhand, and that is into the net from the pole. Burrage pumps her fist a little bit, kicks at the wet on the ground that has clearly been enervating her throughout this deciding set, but she gets that game on the board, and she will ask Magda Linette, the number one seed from Poland, to serve out for the match. Linette, her form, of course. What have we got here? We've got all her career finals I'm looking at. In her recent matches, Linette, of course, she lost in the first round in San Diego to Marta Kostic of the Ukraine, having also been upset by the world number 433 Jem Brody in the second round of the US Open. She didn't have a great time in the US swing. Linette losing in the first round in Montreal and Cincinnati, getting that one win in Flushing Meadow, losing again in the first round in San Diego. But here she is in the Guangzhou first round as the number one seed and looking pretty good, you suspect, to progress through to the second round of this tournament in China. So she's serving now 5-2. Linette collected the balls, one of which goes under her turquoisey blue one-piece dress, serving for the match. Linette, number one seed, 5-2, deciding set. She serves. Good first serving. Now she hits a forehand cross-court. Burrage stretching up. It's a high shot which forces Linette to play the smash which she deposits into the net. So a sensible shot for Burrage up into the air, forcing Linette to play what was, in all fairness, a pretty easy smash. But she smashed it into the bottom of the net. Love 15. Gets her first serve in. Linette now plays a backhand down the line. Burrage still hustling to get the ball back. She won't have an opportunity here though as Linette comes to the net, puts away the volley, and 15-all, 3 points away from taking the match, taking the first round victory into the second round, and looking to take what will be her third career WTA title should she still be in action at the weekend. 15-all, 5-2. Linette, the pole from the far end. Serves. Good first serve. Forehand from Linette. Stretch backhand from Burrage. Now she plays a backhand cross court to the Linette backhand slice from Burrage. It's a good looking shot. Linette comes into the net and puts away a forehand cross court for the winner. It's 30-15, 5-2, 2 points away from the match. Magda Linette, the number 1 seed and world number 27 from Poland, 2 points away from taking the match. 5-2, 30-15. Linette serves down the middle. That was long from the pole, 31 years of age. She serves again, backhand cross court. That's right on the line from the net. She plays a backhand down the line. That's a cracking shot. One of the better shots we've seen played in the last sort of few games or so. That brings up the winner with 2 hours and 18 minutes played. Linette has double match point to secure a victory. A victory from a set down, 40-15. 5-2. Linette serves down the middle. That's a good first serve again. She hits a forehand, but she overhits that, looking perhaps to end with a boom winner cross court forehand. Linette, that was wide and into the sidelines. 40-30. Burrage again delaying a little bit on this occasion, perhaps a little bit more justifiably running for a towel in this humid night in Guangzhou. 40-30, match point Linette. Linette serves, backhand from Burrage, backhand from that, forehand from Burrage again, forehand from Linette, cross court. Burrage plays a forehand, and that's a winner. A rally winner, and Burrage hitting with a little bit of freedom there and showing the ability that she unquestionably has, and she's unquestionably shown at times in this game. She's brought this down from 40-15 to Juice, having saved 2 match points. Linette now serving. Juice serves. Burrage puts the backhand just into play and then goes cross court with the backhand, and that is just down, and it was out. Burrage staring down the line, looking at the line judge, and again engaging in fairly unnecessary discussions with the umpire. But now a third match point for Linette. 5-2 advantage. She serves, gets that first serve, it backhand cross court from the net, goes to Burrage, backhand cross court again, backhand from the net, backhand from Burrage, backhand from the net again to the Burrage's forehand. That was right on the line by the pole, and now Burrage has a little bit of momentum, you feel, in this rally. Backhand from the net, cross court, backhand from Burrage. Again, backhand from the net, Burrage goes cross court, the net, the middle of the court, Burrage goes long finally, and then in a frustration, kavoops the ball out of the stands. Linette nods towards her box. The two of them will meet at the net, share a handshake. Linette goes up and shakes hands with the umpire, as indeed, in fairness to her, as Burrage and Linette wave to the crowd and acknowledges the victory. She is through here. She has secured her place in the second round here in Guangzhou with a come-from-behind victory. She took the final 2 sets of the game, having losing just 2 trying to set the match, losing just 2 games between them, 6-love, 6-2, having lost the first set to Judy Burrage, 7-6, an hour-long first set on a tie-break. Linette is through. She will be playing her second round match, presumably on Wednesday. Thank you very much for joining our live stream, the inaugural live stream from the Sports Zone live here, streaming live on YouTube. We will hopefully be back tomorrow for the evening session from Guangzhou. Kalinskaya against Zhu, which could be a rather entertaining match. Judy Burrage, incidentally, on centre court before then in the doubles. But anyway, that is all from us for this evening. Thank you very much, and speak to you soon.